It's a really fun bus to drive. In fact, it's my favorite bus to drive.
As North Dakota's first electric school bus completes its third year of service to the West Fargo Public School District, schools across the country get their first opportunity to secure a share of $5 billion in federal infrastructure funding to transition their fleets. West Fargo Public Schools began its own electric bus research in 2017 when Chad Brousseau, business accounts executive at Cass County Electric Cooperative in Fargo, contacted Transportation Director Brad Redmond.
So we were interested in a pilot project to test this emerging technology, and with West Fargo Public Schools being a valued member, along with all the families that are membered within the school district, it just seemed like a perfect fit. And we wanted to make sure we had something that benefited not only West Fargo Public Schools, but also the kids that get to ride on that bus every day.
Probably our biggest hurdle was just coming up with the funding for it. And we had some great partners that really were interested to help us in making this a reality.
Other partners joined Cass County Electric Cooperative, including Minnesota Power Cooperative, Coalition for a Secure Energy Future, and the North Dakota Department of Commerce State Energy Program to fund half of the bus's $300,000 price tag. In North Dakota, West Fargo Public Schools Transportation Director Brad Redmond has fielded questions from across the country since the district first purchased its Bluebird Vision electric bus in 2019. Not only was it the first electric bus in the state, but it was the first Bluebird Vision model put on the road in a cold climate location.
At the end of the day, it does come down to financially, it doesn't make sense. We're all about trying to help the planet and be green and also, but we got to be fiscally responsible too.
Despite the higher upfront cost, electric buses offer savings in other areas, like maintenance.
But as far as maintenance, there really is no maintenance. You have your typical brakes, tires, those kind of things. But as far as drivetrain, there really isn't any. The engine is rated at 1 million miles, I believe, and so that'll outlast the actual bus itself.
Perhaps the biggest test for putting an electric bus on the road in North Dakota is its cold weather performance. The bus is equipped with 14 different batteries and uses a level 2 charger. It takes about 6 to 8 hours to reach a full charge, which provides 100 miles of range.
You know, operationally, it runs fine. I mean, it operates. The restraints are the range. So when you look at the range for every hour the bus runs, you lose 20 miles of range. If you were thinking about a rural route, it's probably not the option for you. But in town, where we're utilizing the bus in a less range, it operates very well.
And for the kids, the electric bus offers a much smoother, quieter ride.
The other thing is, it's so quiet. We notice that children are better behaved on the bus because it's a much calmer environment than you find on a diesel bus.
Bluebird says 2022 will be a record year for the bus manufacturer, and the launch of the $5 billion EPA Clean School Bus Program in May will be a catalyst for the adoption of electric school buses in the United States.
This is really what it takes for this type of technology to emerge, is somebody willing to take that first step to get that experience with it and build that comfort level.
If it does, the West Fargo Public School System, along with the Cass County Electric Cooperative and its partners, can say they were the first at the bus stop.